Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, Commissioner Mason. You now tuned in to the Elite 8 Fantasy Football League YouTube channel. Without further ado, I'd like to give you guys my host. I'm your host again, Commissioner Mason, the one, the only. And then I got my guest today. Listen, guys, listen. I don't even know how to even start this off. It's been a long time coming. You guys, I want to make this a super jam-packed show, but I can't fit all the bullshit that will go on between these two into the time frame. I only got so long to do the show. But without further ado, man, let me go ahead and introduce these guys to you. Let me give them a formal introduction on the Elite Eight channel. Without further ado, you got my man. You already know him, King of Catering. All right, he's the former Elite Eight champion, Jerry Dillon, aka Uncle Daddy. What's going on, man?
I'm having a good evening. What's happening?
Hey, man, you know we just doing what we do,
Oh, you
talk.
left out one. You left out one other title.
Please, please.
Head of ethics
Oh, I'm
for
sorry.
Elite Eight.
And he is head of the ethics committee. Head of the ethics committee. All
Gotta keep these jokers in line, right?
right. Real talk. And to him and to his side, I got 3 time undisputed, undefeated, reigning, reigning champion of the Elite Eight Fantasy Football League, Stefan Branch, aka Neil, B4 Zod. What's up, man? What's
What's
going
up?
on?
Hey, I'm happy to be here as always, man.
Hey
I love
man, it's
talking
good,
football.
good. Hey man, it's good to have y'all guys on here, man. Listen, it's been a
Hey,
good chatter.
can I interrupt
Go
the show
ahead, go ahead.
for
What you
five
gotta say?
seconds?
What you gotta say?
I'm gonna shout out this gentleman that's on the cast with us today.
hmm
You know, I went back to back, and this young man took me
Whoa, whoa,
down.
whoa, whoa! You said you went back to back. You didn't win 2 championships.
Well, my bad. I went back to back to the chip.
Okay.
1 year before last, and then this guy right here took me out. So yeah, I guess I'm the first runner up leading into this season. So
I mean,
I want to
hey,
shout him out publicly. I don't think he feels I gave him his due props,
nigga, you didn't. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
but I want to let the world know this is the guy that knocked me off the throne
Listen,
last year.
hey
So
man, there is a
shout out to my guy right here.
listen, there's a lot that could be said, and I tell you what, it's gonna be a segment where we definitely gonna dive into some of the just fuckery that has happened between you two at some point. I can
Don't get it
guarantee
twisted. I'm a sore loser,
you. Well,
especially
who is it?
losing his ass. But hey,
Right.
you know, and one thing, and Steph, he'll tell you. I say this all the time. You draft very well.
Thank
You do. You now you do some
Yep.
bullshit. We ain't
you.
gonna go back to that Taysom Hill shit you pulled.
Oh man,
However,
that's classic.
That wasn't me.
one thing I will say, you draft your ass off, bro.
Yeah, it's classic.
So
Thank
you know, shout out to you on that, man. I just want to give you your props publicly, not just within the Elite Eight league that we're in. That when people see the text messages or the groups. So no, shout out to you, man. I'm putting out there to the world. He drafts well. He played hard, and I think there was a conspiracy that I'm not gonna bring up on this show. But yeah, we'll say that for a different one.
Hey man, I mean it just is what it is. I mean things happen, and we'll cross those bridges when they come to it. I'm pretty sure you
Definitely.
got a few that you want to discuss. But yo, man, glad for you guys to come onto the show. Listen, if you guys ain't already following us on this show, we are basically just this show is just basically about our league, how we talking about it, the things that we do. But it isn't just about what's going on in our league. We like talking fantasy football. So you guys gonna get an opportunity to get some in depth from previous champions right now. These two guys that just won. And they gonna give you guys some insights. If you guys hadn't already checked out Neil before Zod's last videos, go back and check those out. There's some good information, good tidbits you guys can take from that to make hopefully maybe win your league. All right. So hey man, listen, I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of a few little information that I got today. Um, One is about we got football. We got football Thursday. I'm just letting y'all know. Right now, today's Sunday. We got football Thursday.
This Thursday?
Oh yes, sir. We got some
Damn.
Huh?
we got some football. Man, what did Jerry tell me the other day, bro? My whistle's starting to get wet. It's my whistle starting
Oh
to get
yeah.
wet. Listen, that means it's something tingling. That means football in the air. As soon as I smell the cleats get put on, that's when I know it's time to lock the fuck in. All right. But
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
man. Yeah, we got football this week. Not really gonna highlight it too much, but I do know one thing I want to take from that, and I kind of want to get you guys thoughts about this. Jeremiah Love, man. I mean, is this something to worry about that he's number 2 on the depth chart going into this first week? What do you think, bro? No, you shake your
No,
head no. Oh, okay, yeah,
not at all. I mean, because it's preseason and it's the Hall of Fame game, so
got you.
typically you don't see any starters at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
facts,
you don't want to risk
facts.
them getting hurt in
That is
first
true. That's why I
week.
was like, I mean,
So
I kind of feel like when they put that out there, they were just putting it out there, be like, well, he's at number 2, but yeah, he got paid $50 million,
yeah,
so he
Right.
ain't playing in the Hall of Fame game. All
You give did you give him one series?
right. He might get one. He might get one, but I doubt he even plays. I doubt
hmm
if he
Me
even
too.
plays.
Me
I
too.
doubt if
okay.
he even plays.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I did notice that week going into that. That was something that I seen that he was at number 2. But listen, man, guys, we got a good show for you guys today. What we're gonna talk about today is something that most people, you guys probably don't really put in your own head, but we're gonna give you guys some thoughts about what we think about these players. So we got a segment today called "Keep Trade Cut." All right, so everybody out there in YouTube land, y'all know what this is. You get 3 players, sometimes 4, and you got to figure out which one you want to keep, want to trade, want to cut. I've already sent my brothers here a list of the names, and I'm waiting to hear what their thoughts on this one because these 3 names were just pulled these 3 names were pulled because of their production from the previous year, right? So one thing that me and bro always talk about, or at least I know I reiterate a lot, is there's a lot of volatility sometimes when you get in fantasy, right? One player does good one year, may not do as good the next year. Somebody can have a record year where they throw for 50, 60 touchdowns. Doesn't mean you're going to get that next year. Are they worth keeping, trading, or cutting? That's just all the matter of what we talking about here, all right? So, keep trade cut, man. We got 3 quarterbacks that we're going to talk about. One, and I'm gonna go to Uncle Daddy on this one because he seems to really got a good eye for quarterbacks. I guess I know I guess he's like a quarterback whisperer. If you might want to get his expertise about that, he knows how to pick the guy that can get it done. He sees something in it. He told you guys Patrick Mahomes couldn't read defenses, and look at that. And look at that. Patrick Mahomes can't read no defense. He out there willy nilly. They playing backyard ball. But anyway, man, Uncle Dave, first question's for you. Keep, trade, cut Josh Allen, Drake May, Matthew Stafford.
I'm gonna keep Josh Allen.
Okay,
I
now
think
before you go, yeah, thank you. Before you go into it, let me know why you keeping him now.
I mean, the boy balls. He puts up fantasy points.
He does.
Now does he does have bad weeks, but and he'll give you a heart attack here and there. But I've seen this man shit have 15 points going into halftime, and next thing you know, game ends 75 plus.
Okay.
Um, so definitely that's the easier one of the two. I'm keeping Josh Allen.
hmm
I'm gonna trade Matthew Stafford. I kind of consider
mm
him. Listen, he got the weapons. He can get it done. But I kind of consider him fool's gold. And listen, like I always say when I'm talking about these players, y'all don't take it personal. This is only a fantasy thing I'm referring to. I can't do what you do on a football field, with the exception of some running backs. But that's a different conversation. However, um, I would trade Matthew Stafford because I can get value for him.
Okay.
Drake May, I'm cutting.
Mm, really? Okay.
I think he was the beneficiary of a weak schedule last year. He got some weapons this year in AJ Brown with AJ Brown. However, I think we'll really see who he is this year. And I can just get that value with so many other better quarterbacks out there. So keep Josh Allen. That's a no-brainer. Trade Matthew Stafford. And um I'm cutting Drake May.
Now, when you say, and I want to touch on that real quick because you said Drake May about you think so you think Drake May is fool's gold? in a sense?
100%.
Okay.
Listen, I think I can get that value everywhere. There's a lot of the quarterbacks I can get that same value for.
As far as like his production.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I was just asking because that was one of the things I was gonna ask about. And again, I just want to touch base on it because you brought up Drake May. I think like with Matthew Stafford and May, there's a good argument there. So yeah, I just didn't know if you felt
I felt
like
that
you're
was a
not gonna
tricky.
see like you're not gonna
I
see
felt that
anything
was
else from
tricky
him.
that you put him in there because I see what you did with that. Now you could have put any other quarterback in there, some other quarterbacks in there, and made my job maybe easier or harder. But
Yeah, right.
I just kind of think at this point, I can get that same value even later in rounds. That meaning Drake May, I can get that value
And
anywhere.
and, and, and the reason why, and you're right, and the reason why that was one of the things why I even said that was because these three guys was damn near like 1, 2, and 3
Yeah,
last year in
yeah.
fantasy. So do you feel like Drake May just kind of he hit his ceiling last year and there's no more room? That's why I asked that because you feel like there's other quarterbacks you feel like can still do what he does, if not more, and
It's not, yeah,
kind of trump him. Okay, all right,
100%.
no problem. All right, Zod, same for you. Where you at? Keep trading, cutting.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go against the grain just to be that guy.
Not at
But
all. Not at all. I'm keeping Josh Allen.
Yeah.
okay,
I'm trading Drake May, and I'm
Mm,
cutting Matthew Stafford.
okay. Okay.
do
Um,
tell, do tell.
so Josh Allen, it's no brainer. He's the do everything man, right?
Yeah.
He gonna get the goal line work, touchdowns. Jerry, like how you brought up, still a little sour. Had 20 points in first half and end with 70, 80 points. Um, and then you got Drake May, who is a dual threat quarterback. He's not going to go on a lot of work, but he is a dual threat quarterback. You're going to get those scrambling yards with him. Plus, you got AJ Brown, Romeo Dobbs, and you got Mac Hollins, and so like you have offensive weapons around him, and then you still got Trey Henderson, who could be a big play guy to where they could do a lot of play action. So with that, I think I can get more on the combination of the rushing yards from the quarterback position and the passing yards and touchdowns from Drake May and get more
Mm,
value back from him. And he's younger too, on top of that. And then Matthew Stafford, it's not an easy choice, obviously. You can do either or. But Matthew Stafford, you're only going to get the passing yards and the touchdowns. And I could foresee them not passing the ball as much and going more towards the run because of Matthew Stafford's age. And they're going to try to kind of prolong it and kind of keep him healthy until playoff time. So I think you're going to get more out of Drake May than you would production wise than you would out of Matthew Stafford and value wise because you're looking at that offense in that division. You're playing the hardest team you're playing is the Bills. After that, you got the Dolphins and the Jets.
right.
So
Right.
So do you? Let me ask you this though. Do you? And I thought about that. Some of the things you said, but you don't think the Rams are in like super win now mode based off his age? I mean, his production was good, was great to me last year.
yeah,
But you don't think they're like in that win now mode? We want to be the first team to win at the crib, win the chip at the crib. I just see the
Second
Rams
team.
doing all of that.
Second team.
Who's first?
Tampa Bay was the first against the Chiefs.
My bad. I forgot about that. That's correct. I forgot about that. Yeah, my
so
bad.
I
I just think they're trying to go out with a bang this year.
Hmm.
I
agree.
mean, I know there's going to be some restrictions on him due to age, but I see great things out of Matthew Stafford. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, hey, I don't disagree with nothing you said.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just to chime in real quick, Matthew Stafford and Drake May are two guys they're two guys that are productive, but do it differently. Like bro said, he's
Yeah, yeah,
Drake May's a dual threat. Matthew Stafford can sling it and know the offense. Matthew Stafford's got more talent above his shoulders than what Drake May has. But
100%.
Drake May has more below his shoulders than what Matthew Stafford's had. And if we are really looking at it, Drake May did make it to the um, um,
Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl. Matthew Stafford and them guys just fought a tough Seattle team that just had the lights out defense, right? So yeah, I
So
think
the Patriots didn't fight a tough Denver team, missing someone, or is it me?
um now I will say yeah they did, but here's the thing. I know that Denver was hampered, right? But if you're
But they still
asking
had the
me,
defense. They still had
no,
their defense. They top
but
five
that's what I'm
defense.
saying. I don't know. I do think that having Bo Nix would have been it would have been light years ahead of what they had. I think I don't know if it was Stidham. I can't remember who the backup
Yeah, it
was
was.
right now.
It was.
Instead of
I do
Might as
like
well
Drake
been
May.
me.
I'm not taking nothing away from Drake May. I don't want people that are Denver fans to think that I'm looking at this as a glass half empty type deal. Bo Nix has to take a major leap for me to believe that he was going to even win that Super Bowl, if not beat New England in that game, because Bo Nix is still inconsistent. Just as much as you could say about Drake May. Drake May showed his faults in the Super Bowl as well. He showed
Yeah.
the lack of him ready to pull the trigger. He showed a lot of inconsistencies as well.
And the playoffs.
And I just think that he would have the fact that the defense is good in New England and they stepped up in the playoffs boded well for them on the road to do what they did. That's pretty much it. I don't know if Drake May would have been like my first pick, but you kind of got to ask yourself in that regard, like, damn, which one do I want more? Do I want the guy that I know that can throw the ball consistently, or am I want the guy who, yeah, he's gonna run for some yards, maybe get a rushing touchdown, but he's gonna throw a couple tuds too. But you're not gonna get no 300 game probably from Drake May on a consistent basis. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
literally get that from Matthew Stafford. So that was a good one, man, right there for Keep Trade Cup because again, I knew that Drake May and Matthew Stafford was somebody splitting hairs. We all agree on Josh Allen. Ain't no reason to disagree on on JA. All right, this is what it is. So who else we got up now? We got running backs, baby. All right, and little bro, I'm gonna go to you with this one. These running backs right here, and ironically, I didn't even when I seen the 1, 2, and 3.
Oh yeah, you did. Don't
No,
even
no,
say
no,
it. Yeah,
no. I
you
swear,
did.
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is I just wanted to know who was the first, second, and third top players. I didn't even say first, second, third, but who was the top players from last year in fantasy? Ironically, it was these names. And ironically, we all got one of these players. Ironically, this could be
I
our
just thought that
keeper
was I thought
players.
that was done on
There's
purpose.
a
So my
lot of
bad.
ironicallys going in here. I'm saying right now. So, I might be a little hater on this one. I might not say that. You know what I like to say. But, little bro, I'm going to start with you. Are we keep trading, cutting Christian McCaffrey, Bijan, Jameer Gibbs?
I would
This
have
one,
told if you would have went to me, I would have tossed that to him.
this is a really good one, and I'm really intrigued to want to hear what you got your thoughts
Yeah,
on this
do tell.
one. Yeah, I want to hear this
Do tell, champ.
one.
I ain't gonna lie, this one was tough for me,
This
man,
I know,
Oh, it
because
ain't tough.
no, it's
Stop.
tough.
Stop the
there is
There,
no
madness.
wrong answer, right?
no, there's no
It's
wrong
all
answer.
depending on how you built your
Kind of.
team.
It kind of is the wrong answer.
No, I don't think so because both. I'm gonna make it real quick. Both Bijan and Jameer Gibbs both have the reins of being the unquestioned starter, as opposed to last year. Gibbs had Montgomery and Bijan had Algier. Both those players are gone from those teams, and they replace them with serviceable backs, but not backs that you got to worry about taking the top carries from them.
Right.
And both players are holding out for contracts.
Hmm.
So they're on the same exact trajectory. So I'm gonna just say because Bijan's on my team,
Of course.
I'm gonna
Shocker.
say keep Bijan. You know what I'm saying? Keep Bijan. Plus, he's coming from having he's got Kevin Stefanski as his head coach. You still have the very similar offense around, and then you have Tua as quarterback. So I'd say keep Bijan, trade Gibbs because I can get a lot of value for him,
Mm.
and cut Christian McCaffrey only because he's going against Gibbs and Bijan. If it was probably any other circumstance, I'll probably keep
I
him.
mean, you already cut him before, so I
I
mean, that was
have cut
hard
him
for you.
before because
That
he
ain't
let me
hard for
down,
you,
and I ended up with
right?
Bijan. So all's what it is.
All
Man.
is right,
Yeah, I ended up with
right.
Bijan. So
So let me ask you this real quick before I throw it to Uncle Daddy. So the fact of the offense as
Mhm.
far as like being very and I'm only throwing that. I know the guy's talent. So the fact that the offenses doesn't bother you within Detroit and Atlanta right now. Well, and I mean just because the fact you went away from McCaffrey because like you said it's just because you're picking the beans Bijan and Gibbs. I'm just saying the offense doesn't bother you. Or what is that anything that maybe went the thought of you picking keep trading cutting like the
It
way you
did.
were?
It did. And both teams have, I believe, both teams have new offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
It's they're both on the same. It's literally you. There's no wrong answer. You just pick whichever your flavor is at that
Hmm.
point because the only thing that they're not the same in is that Gibbs still has the same quarterback from last year.
Yeah.
They both have essentially the same weapons around them. They both have essentially the same offensive lines around them. And so it's like at that point, you look at the NFC South, the defenses in that division are not as good as the defenses in the NFC West.
Yeah.
NFC, yeah, in the West, where you have, or I'm sorry, North, my bad. NFC North, where you have the Bears defense, you got the Vikings defense, you got the Packers defense. So I'm like, in comparison to the two divisions and their defenses, I think Gibbs will probably have a little bit harder time, and that's essentially what my tiebreaker was between those two.
Okay. All right. Well, Uncle Day, I'm gonna throw the same topic to you. Let me know what you feeling. Keep trade cutting.
Keep Gibbs, trade Bijan, cut McCaffrey. Similar path.
Oh man, listen.
Um,
I already know
we
it.
splitting hairs at this point.
Yeah,
But
no,
here's
it
the
is.
Mhm.
deal. Quick question for you, Steph. I don't know if this is within the guidelines, but I'm here to ethics, so I'm quite sure I didn't miss no sentences in that. What you want for Gibbs right now?
Hmm. I
You
mean,
heard me?
I'd swap first,
Uh,
probably give an extra, give a second, take a fourth. You know what I'm saying?
in this year's draft?
Say again.
In this year's draft?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
To pair Gibbs
Well,
and Bijan together,
so here's the
definitely.
deal. Here's the deal. Um, I've been a Gibbs fan since Bama, so you know I'm gonna stick with him. I agree with what you said with the running back situation. They're not gonna take away too many touches. Detroit picked up Isaiah Pacheco, so I'm gonna keep it where I got it at right now. Gibbs is on the squad. We rolling together. Rob will tell you this. Well, you've been in the league long enough. I came in slightly before you. I think maybe only a year.
Hmm.
I get nervous for running backs with certain situations. And when I start seeing too much work, I got to dump their ass. They
Yeah.
running backs are rental cars to me. Um, hell, I'm a running back. You know, I can I can get 10 yards in the NFL right now. However, that's a different conversation. I like McCaffrey. I think he'll be productive this year. But once again, I can get value for him. Rob, why are you shaking your head?
I mean, I'm gonna let you cook, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of something about that I didn't like. But anywho, um, I get nervous with running backs when they've been in the league too long. Uh, and McCaffrey can still give you value. However, I'm just me. I'm gonna cut him. I'm gonna stay with the younger guys. Keep Giz, trade Bijan because I can get hella value for him. And then hell, I like McCaffrey. If
Yeah.
somebody was to cut his ass and I can stack him with Gibbs, I would do it. But
So, and not to cut you off, but I just want to make it because we didn't have the numbers for the quarterbacks, and it didn't bother me that not have that because I kind of already knew that Josh Allen just blew everything out the water. So last year's fantasy production, McCaffrey was at 416 fantasy points.
and let me make sure I
Bijan
understand correct. That's what he ended. That's what he ended the
That's what
season with.
he ended the season with
Okay.
416 fantasy points. Bijan ended with 370, and Gibbs ended with 366. So you guys are 1,000% right between Gibbs and Bijan being right there neck and neck, right? Um, and like there's nothing wrong with like I said, there ain't no wrong answer. I mean, it's just what pretty much what you feel. And like you said, Uncle Dad, you pretty much broke it down like you're gonna go with the younger guy on that. I'd like. Here's the
Kind of.
thing is,
And something else that scares me about McCaffrey. I'm looking at that defense in the NFC West.
yeah,
You're going up against the Rams and the Seahawks, who both they're gonna have some great defenses this year, yo.
you 1,000% right, and
And
that, yeah.
Lil Bro was right too. Look at the NFC South. I think Bijan's gonna have an easier path this year.
I don't.
But in Gibbs, I trust.
So, and just to highlight that, I don't think Bijan's gonna have a better path this year. I think Bijan's path is gonna be just as hard as it's gonna be in any other year. It's just he's just talented enough to kind of supersede some of those ailments.
100%.
I think this year is gonna be a little bit more rougher for him, just because the teams that's in your division, they know you. Not to mention, they know what the hell's going on in that organization over there. They don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
who the quarterback's gonna be. They don't know the fact that if he's gonna whatever quarterback are they gonna fit in the Stefanski offense, right? You got Tua and you got Penix. That's cool, but then you got to have Bijan as the outlet. Now Bijan wasn't who he was. I would say there's barbecue chicken, but he can literally do it all. He's very explosive. Him and Gibbs are very explosive. McCaffrey is a certified workhorse on both sides, but I feel like Bijan can do that too. I don't know about Gibbs fully yet, but I know Bijan can get 10 receptions a game. Bijan could probably average 10 a game. So that's just
So
one of those.
you saying Gibbs don't have hands?
No, 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 that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying based on the offense, the production wise, Bijan McCaffrey gonna see a lot more in the receiving game because it's kind of well, I don't know about Stefanski. That's what I'm saying. I don't really know about Stefanski's offense, but I definitely know um, in San Fran it's gonna work. Especially now, it's gonna work through probably McCaffrey.
So
But
I got a quick question to what you just said. Do you know that ball's going in Atlanta?
as far as what
Do you know where that ball's going in Atlanta?
to
Yeah,
players, yeah,
Okay. Do you know that ball's going in San Fran?
yes,
yeah,
Do you know that ball's going to Detroit?
yes,
yes,
No, you don't.
yeah, I
No, you
do.
don't.
yeah.
No,
You
you don't.
do.
Am
Yeah,
I
you do.
wrong?
Jameis Williams
Correct.
and
James
the
Williams.
tight end, the tight
But
end,
if we're doing that, you can go Niners, Mike Evans,
Mike Evans,
uh, George Kittle,
Kittle, yep.
uh, Deshaun Stribling has been doing phenomenal in camp from
He's
what
kind
I've
of coming.
seen.
He's coming up in camp.
Hmm.
You're right.
You
I
got
think. Listen, I think Atlanta's going to be run heavy this year. I'm stacking the
I don't think so
box.
because Atlanta, you got
Yeah,
Drake London, Kyle
Who's your
Pitts,
QB?
Tua and
Tua,
Michael Pittman,
Tua.
Tua and Michael
More than
Pittman's.
likely,
Yeah, it's gonna be
it's gonna be
Tua for
Tua
the most part.
starting, and then you got
Tua
weapons in
chucking that
Atlanta.
rock.
He gonna have to.
He gonna
Okay.
have to.
Yeah, he
Okay.
gonna have to
They're gonna
if
play a
they want
very
to say.
similar West Coast offense to what the
Yeah,
Niners play more than
exactly.
likely. It's gonna be very
Uh,
similar to play to the strengths of Tua.
Yeah. I mean, again, man, that was just one. That's just something where when you think about it, they don't have similar offenses, but they have similar pieces that's going to benefit them on each side of the ball. So that was keep trade cut with our running backs. Now, baby, this is the one I listen. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. This is one of my favorite right here. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna talk my shit because I know one person. I know one person on this list. He ain't making it out the first round of anybody's draft coming up, mocking whatever. We got wide receivers here, man. So I'm gonna go to Uncle Nick on this one. You keep trade cutting, Uncle Nick. We going with Puka Nakua, Jackson Smith and Jigba, or Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let me know what your thoughts on this one, man.
Man, this was one of the toughest ones. When I looked at this, when you sent this out, I looked at this in the production notes, and I said, this is difficult. This is the harder of all of them. There was something that happened last year. Let me be honest, America. Did Uncle Daddy have too much tequila? Yes. During the draft, during our fantasy draft. I drafted JSN. I meant Even though I was high on JSN, I meant to draft homeboy out of Tampa in Jigba, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Yeah.
tequila was talking. I said JSN, and I hit pay dirt with that pick. So this is really hard. I'm keeping JSN
Okay.
in that tough ass division. That
Facts.
boy can flat out ball.
He can ball. He can ball.
I'm trading. Man, this is a coin flip.
All right, know where you going with it.
I'm trading Amon Ron
Yeah.
only because I can probably get more value back. Because I know a lot of cats love Amon Ron. And I'm cutting Puka for no other reasons. That's the only choice I got.
Like you just gotta look at it like
Like this was tough for me. The only reason I'm sticking with JSN is because I had him last year, and that boy put up numbers.
well, I mean that don't really make the argument, but I mean that's
But
me.
these three, man, these three right here are tough.
Yo, man.
You couldn't have threw in a Jamar
Hey,
Chase or somebody else.
I already know bro is about to flip the script on
I
this
know
one.
he is, but man,
I knew you was gonna go Amon Ra. Something told me why would he pick Amon Ra, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
only because I got my family's in Detroit. That's it.
Okay, well there we
I mean,
go.
this was the hardest. This was the harder of the three.
Okay.
It's difficult, man. All these
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
are
yeah. Nah, no
productive,
doubt. No doubt.
but
Uh
yeah, that's a difficult one for me. But I'm sticking with JSN, even though I know this little guy right here is gonna try to poach him from my squad. I already know that.
I
He's
don't know what
made it
you're talking about.
clear.
hey, it is
I
hey,
understand.
yeah,
Um,
it's just wherever they fall in
but
the draft,
that was a
bro.
tough one, man. If you
Chips
could throw
fall, man. That's
in,
where I
Where
go.
they fall in the draft. All right,
you should
yeah.
have threw in somebody else, man. At
Nah,
least to
that
make it
was a good
easier.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
But
That's a
this was
hard one.
there's no.
That's a tough choice, man. That's a tough
I think
choice.
there's no right or wrong
Nah,
answers
it isn't. Nah, it
in this
isn't.
squad
It's
right
just
here.
who you got get. All you doing is who you got to get the bad news to. Is pretty much what
There
it's
you
going
go.
like right
There you go.
there.
It's
You
like
know.
being on HBO Hard Knocks with
Yeah,
this shit.
man.
So
I don't
yeah.
know. It's just what it
But
is.
look,
So,
whoever get the ball next, little bro, or you, hey, do
yeah,
what y'all do.
yeah,
That's a
bro.
tough one.
On you, man. Who you keep trading the cutting, little bro? Puka Nakua, Jack JSN, or Amon Ra?
This is tough, man. This is another tough one. So I'm gonna
It
go.
is.
As crazy as it sounds, I'm keeping Puka, cutting JSN. Or I'm sorry, I'm keeping Puka. I'm trading JSN, and then I'm cutting Amara.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm keeping Puka because same scheme,
Yeah.
same offense. You go with the thing you know, right?
New offensive coordinator though.
It's the same offense. We know it's the
Okay.
same. It's Sean McVay. They're
Yeah.
not. It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Facts.
But then you flip side to JSN, very talented, not taking nothing away from him. But now you got a new scheme. And I just don't know what that's going to look like. JSN took the league by storm last year. Nobody, when I say nobody, I mean nobody. If you tried to tell me you expected JSN to go off the way he did, you're a liar. And I want to see your notes.
But you do know I always pick that player that gets it in, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm saying,
My bad.
like you said, you need to send a gift package to whatever tequila company you were drinking to say thank you for drafting him because you would not have taken him and you'd been stuck with Njigba, and
I
you
like that,
probably
my
wouldn't
bro.
have been in the chip with Njigba.
But then,
As
but
opposed to
then you say,
JSN.
but you did say last year during the draft you was going after him, right?
I was going after JSN. Yeah,
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And Rob, I don't know where I picked him at. If you can release the league, I know we got to wait another week or two. I don't remember what position I drafted him at. What
you
round?
drafted him round 1, I want to say.
No, I
It was
didn't.
round-
What was that?
When you drafted JSN, it was round
Nah, he
1.
wasn't that high. He wasn't
Uh,
round one.
You don't think so? Because I
I
don't
think
think
it
he
was
made
two.
it was
It might
either
be two or
round 1
three.
or
But
2
anyway,
because he
go
didn't
ahead.
make it to 3.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And then I'm cutting Amon Ra only because the two other players have higher levels of production
Yeah.
and their ceilings higher offensively to produce than it is for Amon Ra St. Brown. It's not easy, but
No.
I'm saying I can. Their floor is higher. Both Puka's floor and JSN's floor is higher than what Amon Ra's floor would be on a
Yeah,
Okay.
per game basis.
Okay.
right.
I respect that.
And their ceiling is higher than what Amon Ra St. Brown's. Like I said, JSN went off for 40 plus points at one point in time, and so did Puka.
Hmm.
Amon Ra St. Brown probably did it too, but you're more often than not, you're going to get that from Puka and JSN than you are going to get it from Amon Ra. So,
Okay.
Right. No doubt, man. Yo, man, like I said, that's a tough one there to kind of go through. All those guys are elite. They're number ones. They'll blow the top off of a defense. Especially knowing like what some of those guys that play with. Puka Nakua is just arguably just the fact that he went to the fifth round in the NFL draft is crazy. I
It's
mean, it is
crazy.
what it is. But he wasn't highly regarded coming out of there. So, hey man, that was our keep trade cut segment. We got some good tidbits out of that one. I really like you guys' opinions based on the guys that you were provided. And you guys out there, you guys leave a comment, man. Who you keep trading and cutting as your quarterback, running back, and wide receivers. All right, leave the comments below. Now we're gonna round this show off with a little bit of hot topics. And this is actually some topics that's already been out there, some that we've already kind of I have discussed, and I wanted to get some elaboration on it. So in this one, this is a league rules debate. All right, this is just a little commissioners. I guess you could say thoughts is going to here. So one of the league rule debates that was a question that was brought up was trading during the playoffs. Right. It was brought to my attention that there are some leagues out here that trade during the playoffs. I want to get you guys' thoughts on that. Is that beneficial or is it collusion?
collusion is
Collusion.
full jive. It shouldn't be allowed. If you are in a league like that, get out of it immediately because they gonna take your money, bro. They gonna take
All
your
day.
money
Wait a
because at
minute.
that point
Wait
you
a
Hold on,
locked
Steph.
minute.
into the
Hold on,
playoffs with
Steph.
the team you
Hold on.
have.
Hold on,
Hold on.
Steph. Let me ask you a question. I was in a league like that, right, Rob? Do you remember
Yeah.
me telling you that? I was in a league like that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever played in a league that allowed trades during the playoffs?
One time, and I left the next year. I was gone.
Man, listen. Somebody dropped out of a league one year, and this person asked me to jump into their league.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers was trading in the playoffs, and I couldn't believe it. Hold on now. Let me be honest. With that particular league I was in, I did some shiesty shit. I ain't gonna lie.
It defeats the
That's why
whole
you changed the
argument.
name from the Weasel.
I'm
I
no.
got
I'm
you.
just being honest. I'm just being honest.
Jason.
I wasn't paying attention to that league that much because it wasn't a fun league. So people was hitting me up during the playoffs like, yo, let me get this cat. Yo, let me get this cat. So I made a deal with them. If y'all gonna trade, y'all have to do keepers. And I was trying to rig the damn league during the time because I
Mm-hmm.
thought I was gonna come back next year and just rip through it. Come to find out, I said, man, I don't want to be a part of no damn league that trades during the playoffs. So I bounced up out of it. It was shitty. I'm a firm believer. Stick with the guys that got you to those damn playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And you ball out with them cats to the end. So
Yep.
I think it's the bullshit that people would trade during the playoffs. I don't care what nobody else's opinion is. I'm just not a fan of it. Now, commish, you got it now, I think, because you're the commish.
Well, and that was just I was gonna ask you guys a couple more questions about it, but you guys really went straight into collusion because
100%.
there are benefits, I guess, to trading in just because of that. But
But hold on, Rob. Let me make sure I make something clear. They were trading with people that wasn't in the
no, no,
playoffs
no, no.
for
That's
their
where the
players.
collusion understood. That's the collusion
100%.
part of it. And I really thought that for the most part that this was something and
Man, I was
ironically
trading players for beer, for money, all kind of shit.
ironically
Uncle Nick that shit up when I did it.
yeah,
Then I
ironically
dropped out the league.
uh ironically, Uncle Daddy, that's not the only league that's ever done that. This is obviously something that happens in multiple leagues where people are
I didn't
trading
and
during
see.
the
I didn't know
playoffs.
that, man.
I
I
didn't
did
know
not
it
know that.
either. It was just it came to me like that, and it was just one of those things where I really didn't understand what was the benefit factors for those who were not in the playoffs. Like, what is the purpose,
What
right?
is the purpose?
So
Money,
to me,
future picks, beer, tequila,
I
whatever you can get out
mean,
their ass.
yeah, you probably could get that, but you know you're strengthening somebody else for maybe the possibility to get future picks because you don't know where you drafted,
You
right?
know,
And you don't know how many people's in the draft. You don't know. There's a lot of factors
shit, I
into
was
that.
taking what I can get out their ass. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
mean, for the most part, you're looking at what? You're looking at maybe a handful of teams that would even want to trade you somebody, and then two, I think as far as trades, and I brought this up before, is that which in that regard, if it was something in the playoff like that and it was a trade, it would have to be voted upon those obviously of the league. Now it's different in
Vote. This
ours.
team didn't do. This team didn't vote.
No, but I'm saying there's sometimes if you didn't have that stipulation there that would have to be voted on, then yeah, you really that to me shows a lot of collusion.
Man, I will never join that league ever again.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's just because. But then too, you try collusion shit yourself. You literally just admitted it right on camera that you did. Then you tried to say you had to change your heart. You literally said you had to change your heart.
Well,
I couldn't.
I knew
I
I was never
couldn't
coming
do
back
it,
to that
and I
damn
only think
team.
you only did it if we backtrack is because you knew you whatever it was you was trying to scheme to do wasn't gonna happen. That's all I can
Hundred
think of.
percent,
Right. So
100%.
I mean, at this point, your argument is trash anyway. You are a weasel.
I didn't give a piss about that league. I
I
was
mean,
never joining again.
listen. You found something that was worse than anything you would ever be want to be a part of.
100%.
So that's where that goes there. But yeah, man, I see a lot of times that this is something that people I literally don't know. There was an article that came up in for the fantasy footballers, and they had somebody that literally asked them this question that said, "Hey, man, they're trading in our playoffs. Like, what do we do?" And the guy was like, "If they're trading in the playoffs, what who's allowing that? Like, why is this not being brought up?" And then it was like, hopefully you guys are changing your rules because I want to make this clear to anybody out there that's like I said that's new to playing fantasy football, that's never played, I mean just never played fantasy football or has only maybe played 1 or 2 seasons. Know your league rules, man,
Man,
because if you
100%.
don't, it might make it to where you
100%.
want to play or you don't want to play. Find that out because yeah, your commissioner can tell you, but I don't remember every rule verbatim. I know the main ones, but there are some that are sub is like, trades like, wait a minute, let me go look and make sure that we just can't be trading all year. And as
Right.
commissioner, you should be able to, because to me, if those league rules are like that and it stayed like that for 1 or 2 years, your commissioner is obviously in collusion with the fact
Oh,
that he's trying to,
he's definitely benefiting from it at
he's
some
definitely
point.
making trades with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where it
100%.
kind of got me like that. Was like, man, you cannot sit there and do that. And I just want anybody out there that's really just new to playing fantasy football. If you're looking at this, you never played before, or you played a couple times, and you're not familiar with your league settings, go look at that as soon as your league is open, and go check out and see how they handle waiver wires, how they handle your trades. How long is that? Because for us, I think ours is done like week 8 of our league or something like that. It's like it's I forgot. It actually has a date though, like November something I think, or some crazy shit like that.
Man, here's the deal. If the NFL has a trade deadline, it's there for a reason.
Yeah, it is. But
And you're
again,
gonna hate fantasy football if it's the Wild Wild West and with the rules. So nah,
yeah, yeah,
I
you're
go
not
by
gonna
Uncle
be.
Nick the Weasel for a reason, but even that disgusted me.
Yeah, I mean, we all
Now
got
Stephon, when
standards.
he would have went ape
We all
shit through
got
that league.
we all got standards. I guess we all got standards. Well, I mean, but then there's another thing too. There's sometimes where you're like, I'm not trying to play in nothing like that
Yep.
because it's a loaded deck at that point. You're somebody
100%.
else because especially if you're new to the league, you don't know nobody in there. You don't know nobody
Hmm.
gonna trade you, but they gonna trade somebody else. Nah, hell no, I ain't with none of that.
And on
You know
top
what
of
I'm
that, you're
saying?
looking at the roster that player that team has going into that playoff, and you're like, all right, cool. I know I'm matching up against this person, this person. I'm good. And next, they done traded and got Bijan and Jameer Gibbs on their team. You're like, hold on, wait a minute, hold on.
Hey, let me tell you about this league the league I was in. I hope when these sons of bitches is watching. It was a 10-man league. 8 of the 10 were family. I drafted that year Lamar Jackson, Bijan, well, Lamar Jackson, Gibbs, and Bijan, because they knew nothing about them two.
Mhm.
So I wasn't paying attention to the league because it wasn't competitive. It was whack.
Yeah.
By the end, I got people calling me in the playoffs saying, Jerry, can I have these players? So I started thinking, shit, what you want for them? Just to say you won. Man, I'm trading tequila, cigars, beer, anything you could, money. I didn't give a piss. My ethics went out the window.
Oh, it definitely did. It
Didn't give
definitely
a
did.
piss.
Oh, Weasel. He
That goes to
said,
show how important it is for them to buy you, to give you physical money and give you physical objects for a fantasy football
And
game.
here's the crazy part. They didn't win money in the league. They got a trophy that they passed through the family and friends.
sometimes, man,
That's
that's all it's about.
okay. So,
It's
yep.
all about the
So do you
bragging
think I
rights.
give a piss? I can't listen. I can't pay my mortgage with a trophy.
True.
I
I
mean,
mean,
that's true.
winning is a hell of a
I
drug.
can't pay my lights with a trophy.
Yeah,
But
when,
that shit we win in our league, I can pay bills. I can take my wife out on a date, do something.
yeah, yeah, no, that's true. I
That's a
mean,
good
like you
bottle of
said,
tequila. That's
that's
a good bottle of tequila at the end of the day.
some people just want those
That I
bragging
won't be
rights.
drinking on draft day, Stefan.
Yeah,
However,
I think you should
yeah, that
take a sin out of it. I think that's actually, I'm just
well, I'm listen, I'm sober this draft.
hey man,
saying.
you heard it here first, man. Listen, you already know he if he say he
Okay,
gonna
y'all,
be
I'm lying.
sober,
I'm gonna have a couple.
he might have a couple. We'll see.
After
He'll probably wait till
yeah.
like, once he get his full starting lineup set out. He
Yeah.
like, you know what? I could wing it from here. Hell, let's just go see what we can do. Hey man, listen, that was our segment, man, about just hot topic about trading in the draft. Guys, let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Let me know if this is something y'all would do. Let me know if this is something y'all think is cool. If you don't, I'm gonna put a poll down there too, man. Would you be in a league that traded during the playoffs? Let me know that down below because that is some crazy mess. But listen, man.
It is.
Um, I'm not gonna take up too much of you guys' time. I want to thank my two guests coming out, Uncle Daddy, Neil before Zod. Hopefully, we gave you guys some good tidbits about players, how to kind of scope them out, see what you like about them. These guys, like I said, are former champions. They giving you guys some good insight. And also, man, listen, like I told you in the end, know your league, man. Know your league settings. Know how to set your shit up. If you got an issue, take it to your commissioner. If he ain't trying to hear you, he's a part of it. That's all
Or
I know.
ethics committee if you
I
got
don't know
one.
about no ethics. There ain't too many people that got ethics committees. We're the only one that got an ethics committee, and I'm starting to
Well, shit,
question
we
that
had
right
to.
now.
Better question
Yeah,
that.
that we no, well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to. That's what you just told me about what's going on. Me and you might have to have a talk. I might have to bring you before a board. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here with this. But listen, man. Neil before Zai, Uncle Daddy, I appreciate you guys for coming on. Listen, you guys want to tell the people anything before we get up out of here?
Hey, just do us a favor. Like, smash, crush, run over all the buttons you need to follow us, show us love,
Y'all hit
get
that
us some
follow.
attention out here in this world. We love doing this for you guys. We love hanging out with one another, just talking what we talk, man. It's a healthy escape in this world. So, hey, we love y'all just for tuning in.
Yep.
All
And
right.
like my brother said, football coming up. Watch Carolina Panthers, and also shameless plug. Raider Nation Central just put out a training camp video today.
Shout out.
And I tell
Shout
y'all,
out.
y'all need to go watch that video. Go watch that video. I'm telling y'all, you'll love it. It's 5 minutes and 37 seconds. You spend more time than that doom scrolling on your phone.
Yeah. Hey,
Just
you
go
can
ahead and
watch.
check it.
Hey, you can watch that. You
That's it.
listen. It's
You
strictly
watch it on the toilet.
made for poop and play. That's
Yeah.
what it's made for.
You
You're made for
can
poop
play it
and
while you're in
play.
the shower. Just
Yeah,
have
you
it
want
playing out
something? Just
loud. I'm
go
telling
ahead and
you, it's
listen
perfect.
to it, man. Yeah, shout out, man. Yeah. Listen,
And we
man.
appreciate you. We definitely appreciate y'all.
No doubt. Again, man, I'm your boy, Commissioner Mason. Y'all tuned in to Elite 8 Fantasy Football Channel. All right? And without further ado, man, smash a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications. We going to be back before I don't know, guys. We got to be back before training, not training camp, but preseason's over, because cuts are gonna start happening. The roster will get more and more condensed, and then we gonna start finding out maybe. I think maybe, man, we might try to do like a mock draft online or something. Just kind of the
Oh,
three of us go through one, then do a quick mock draft. What you guys think about that?
I
Some of that
mean,
nature.
I love football.
I'll tell you
I'm
something
always
better I would
down.
like to see. Let's do our draft live.
We already do it live.
I'm talking about the people.
Out to the people want to see that. I don't know if they
Hell
want to see
yeah.
that. Listen,
We might
I
have to
don't know.
bleep out a
I don't
lot of
know because see, we don't know.
commercials.
Uncle Jerry, we gonna find out how much Uncle Jerry gonna have and see if we never go live.
That's what
Oh,
they
that
gonna love. Shit.
they might need to love that. But this, hey man, I'm your host, man. Listen, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you when we see you, and we out.